Welcome to Staying Relevant, the podcast with two best pals, me, Sam Thompson, and my other half, the yin to the yang, the ball sack to my penis, Peter James Wicks.
Anyway, I will be drinking and I will be swearing. If you don't like it, go
Clap him in. Clap him in. The icon.
Why is there a dog bark?
The icon that is Peter Wicks.
Sorry, wait a minute. We've done a few claps now and then for people, but now our producer's howling.
Because you're a
What
sex
has
symbol.
happened here? You can tell we're on the third record of the day because in the background we've got
Pete, it's because you're a sex symbol.
She's
you're
got a
an
leopard print
icon.
skirt on and thinks she's gone all animalistic. Charlotte, what the fuck? Just shh.
It's
Jesus.
because you're sex on legs, like the woman said at Buckingham Palace that one time, and people just lose their shit when you're around.
Follow us on Instagram, which is Staying Relevant Podcast. Follow us on YouTube by searching Staying Relevant Podcast. TikTok is Staying Relevant Podcast as well. We're at audio-wise every Monday, and every Friday is YouTube with extra bits.
Oh, the sexiness of beats. We got some beats.
Actually, you doing that voice again. Sam recently did a voiceover for me on, and he's going to do another one actually this week. He doesn't know about it yet.
Oh, sweet.
On an advert, and people don't actually know it's him.
Because I've got such a good fucking Essex voice.
But it doesn't sound like me.
Hey up, my name's Pete Wicks, yeah? I'm here to talk to you about some sort of brand.
Yeah, I do love a brand deal.
So I'm doing another voiceover for you. Fuck me, Pete. I'll tell you what, where's my money?
Well, we did a
Bitch
job.
better have my money.
We did a job the other week where we basically had the same job that you got paid more for. So,
What was that?
Sam, what have you been up to?
Peter, I am still waiting. That's my Staying Relevant moment. What have I been up to? Fucking hell. I don't know. I've been here with you.
Well, I'll tell you what you've been up to. We can discuss the fact that at the weekend you had a nice weekend with Zara and her brother.
Yeah.
Brad, who did the production on the Diarrhea song. Now, Brad is musically talented
Diarrhea song.
and has released his own song,
Yes, he has.
which is actually a very good song.
It is.
Which is called
Not a clue.
Not a Clue. Well, you should know because you made a cake for him and everything in the garden.
No, Zara made a cake.
Well, either way, so he obviously came round. Sam was obviously very excited about, his potential future brother-in-law, releasing his own song. Brad put up a lovely Instagram picture of Zara giving him the cake, which is streamed now, the song. Sam obviously really gave a fuck because in the background and the reflection, that's Sam. Sam's asleep in the garden. Asleep in the garden, just chilling out. So you had a nice relaxing weekend, did you? In the sun.
Do you know what? He comes around so much that and he's so welcome because he's a fucking lovely lad. So that we're at that phase now where I don't have to pretend to, do you know, and
To be awake.
when when the first year or so, you got to pretend like you give a fuck. You got to literally be like, oh my God, I really care about and then eventually, because I would call Brad my mate as well now. He's he's a really lovely bloke. So now we're at the point where he comes down, I'm like, oh, you're right, mate, and I just fuck off. And it's so nice. I'm just in the garden like that because we had a bit of sun, so I was just like that with my legs open, and they're just sort of talking. But do you ever get to that point, Pete? Have you ever met the family of anyone you've been with?
Yeah.
That's weird. Have you ever met a brother of someone?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Fine. I get on really well with most families.
I can imagine Pete telling me oh, fuck your sister.
No, I get on really well. Weirdly enough, I get on really well with families. I get on quite well with people though, don't I?
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I hate them, but they seem to like me.
Do you know, actually, I would agree. I get along with family as well, actually, to be fair. Always, yeah, I've never had a problem.
I think I imagine dads probably like you because they can't imagine you fucking their daughter. So I think that's probably why they're like, he barely fingers her. So I imagine that's probably what it is.
And this is the podcast that we are still going strong on. I can't believe you saw that as well. Pete's delved into a story and managed to find me in a reflection.
Well, listen, I just like to keep up with what you're doing, mate. Do you know what I mean? I pay attention. I like to know what you're doing. I also had a delightful weekend of doing fuck all.
Yeah, first time as well, because Pete's normally out the piss most nights.
I had a really relaxing weekend, basically. I just chilled the fuck out, went out on the bike a little bit and that was basically it. It was nice. It was nice to have a weekend off.
You're 2 beers in though, so he's ready and raring this
Yeah,
Monday
but it's
morning.
fucking Monday now. I've got to get through another week, and the only way I get through my weeks is by drinking. So it was nice. It was nice little bit of time off. So should we get on to the actual point of this podcast?
Go on, Em. What you got?
What is the point of the podcast?
Staying relevant and what we've done to be relevant, baby.
What have you done, Samuel?
I have. I'm still actually waiting for a response from a lovely lady. She's very well known in the industry. I tried to get on the podcast called Lorraine Kelly.
Oh, we love Lorraine.
Yeah, so I not too long ago did I did a bit of promo for the documentary that came out about me having ADHD.
I don't know much about that.
And
You haven't mentioned it.
so I did the promo for it, and I don't know, I froze up a little bit because you only get, you know what it's like, you go and do these like morning shows, right? And you literally get like 3 minutes, and those 3 minutes go so quick, and they expect you to explain everything about what you're talking about and then some. And they're like, and so they do this briefing call before, and you've probably had this before, where they're like, so we're going to touch on your radio show. Not a fucking chance. Literally, so what's your show about? ADHD. Cool, right, moving on. And you're like, wow, I've come all the way here for 2 minutes.
So what did you actually talk about?
So literally, I went, yeah, I've got ADHD, and there's a documentary about it. She went, oh, that's so brave. I'm like, thank you so much. And she went, how was it filmed? I was like, well, it was it was something new. I've never done it before. She went, great, okay. And coming up, and she turned around, and it's not her fault. They've obviously got to wrap things up real quick. And I forgot, and I just literally stopped her. This is live TV, and I stopped her. And I went, oh, really sorry. She had literally moved on. She had swiveled her chair to the point where she like now wasn't looking at me. She was back to camera being like, and next we have the celebrity chef, whoever the fuck he is. And I went, I'm really sorry, Lorraine, quickly. And she had to swivel the chair back round. And I was like, well, this is bold. Because I saw the person behind the camera, the producer, go, oh shit, what's he going to do? Yeah. Like, this is bold. And I went, could you come on our podcast? And she was so stunned. And she just went, what? And I was like, my podcast. I have a podcast with my mate Pete Wicks. It's called Staying Relevant. Could you come on it, please? And she literally was like, yeah. All right.
Next up, we have a celebrity chef.
Yeah, mate. She went, yeah. Get in touch with my people. And she was really sweet, to be fair. She gave me the time of day.
Lorraine's lovely, yeah.
She's really, really sweet. I just saw Pete's face when I said that, and he went, you have lost us all street cred.
Yeah, I mean, she's never going to come on. But yeah, no, she is lovely. So this was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, probably about a month ago.
Yeah.
So, and Lorraine has been in touch, hasn't she?
No, she hasn't.
Nope, not at all. Not mentioned us, not fucking spoke to us.
She's
we have
busy.
contacted her. Yeah, she's busy. She's doing the same show at the same time every single day. But it is what it is. So it's another person you fucked up.
I didn't think is I thought shoot your shot. Do you know what I mean? If you don't shoot your shot, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, a little burp. Do you know?
Yeah, so I had a little
blow
hiccup.
that out?
There was a hiccup actually.
You normally blow it out.
It was a hiccup. So
it was just a hiccup.
It was fine. But
Oh.
yeah, I feel like I let the side down a little bit on that one because I thought I'd roped
That's so
through.
unlike you letting the side down.
I thought I'd really done it though. I literally, because me and Pete, I like to think we're actually doing a few more sort of like slightly bigger things. We're doing press days for things. I've never been on Lorraine before, so for me this is quite a big deal.
Well, it's funny actually because you say that. I used to do a lot of Good Morning Britain and a lot of Lorraine, and I used to do quite a few. Haven't done it for a few years. So Sam's on the ascendance. I'm very much falling downhill.
The decline,
Yeah,
as it's called.
Yeah, the decline is, which is great because Big Brother's back, so they'll be doing a celebrity version of that. So I'll have to do that to kickstart or really finish my career. Talking about finishing careers.
Yeah.
My Staying Relevant moment this week, which I have just found out, is all about me trying to not just stay relevant, but to stay working. I think would be the word. I don't think you even know this. So the production team who make this podcast they've had to buy a fire safe to keep all of our raw material in.
What?
So
I don't know what fire safe is.
if you're listening to this and you may think, God, these two are professional, they just run through a whole show. No, it's edited to fuck. And the reason it's edited to fuck is because I say a lot of rogue things. So what the production company have had to do is, because I say a lot of rogue things that can never, see the light of day, they've had to buy a safe to keep them in so that no one ever hears some of the things that I say.
You haven't actually?
Yes, they actually have.
You've got a Pete
so
Wicks
they've spent
safe?
hundreds of pounds to specifically stop me being cancelled. That is how...
Where is it?
Oh, well, so basically what I've heard from, and, you know, Charlotte, our producer, said this in a really lovely sort of way, is that the whole team are very scared of ever getting mugged if they have the rushes from this. Not because of actual mugging, just because they may ruin my career. Because of things that I say are so out there and so rogue that I wouldn't last 5 minutes without them. So it's a really lovely way of them telling me that I owe them a lot. I don't know if it's, you know, I imagine it'll probably come up again around Christmas when people are looking for presents. But yeah, so basically we have a specific
We have a
safe.
vault. We have a vault.
We have a vault where my deepest, darkest secrets and the fucking horrendous things that I say will never see the light of day unless one of these fuckers falls out with me and decides that they don't like me anymore.
Show
and then
me
I'll tell you
the
what I am.
vault.
I'm fucked.
Take me to the vault now. I'm going to put a compilation up there, right? And I'm going to literally have all of your best.
That's going in the vault. So, as you can imagine, I'm no longer just trying to stay relevant. I'm now, this should actually be called trying not to be cancelled, because I feel like that's what it's called, the cancel vault.
Do you think we're close to being cancelled? Do you think we ever...
I don't think you are, because you're much like everyone says to you, you're sort of like a Labrador kids TV presenter. I have been on the verge of being cancelled for an awful long time. Yeah, if anyone's going to get cancelled, it'd be me, not you. Because you sit on the... I mean, you've got splinters, mate. You sit on the fence so much. So, yeah, so my staying relevant moment is actually just the trying not to be cancelled moment. You look like someone has just shot one of the cats. I presume that's because there's an awful lot of thunder and you've come here in a T-shirt on your scooter.
I have. It's absolutely
and it's
killing me.
absolutely pissing down. You should have bought the canoe.
Shit.
I, thankfully, didn't drive in, so I'll be getting a cab. So I'm going to wave you off from the window whilst you ride your little scooter home in the rain.
I haven't even got a hoodie. I'm literally driving home in a T-shirt and it is thunderstorming outside. This is going to be absolutely horrific.
If you want to see more of that, I will be catching a video. So enjoy looking at that. So that's basically my staying relevant moment for the meet.
There's a vault. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know. It's bad, isn't it?
It's hilarious.
I don't even think I'm that bad.
Oh, you are pretty bad. You are pretty bad.
I'm only saying what people think.
It's a very good point.
You know what I mean? People think it and they just don't say it. Why? Say it. Get a vault.
Get a vault. Everything's going to be fine.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone needs a vault.
Another thing I think quite a good staying relevant moment is that we are seriously now putting plans into action about a live podcast show.
Yeah.
This is something that is actually going to be happening. We're going to do Wembley first.
We're not going to be doing Wembley unless we're doing sort of a pub in Wembley. That's the only way we'll be doing it. But the problem we have at the minute with doing a live show, firstly, is we don't know if any of you will come. Certainly not to travel to do it. Unless it's round the corner, walking distance from your house, I don't think anyone will actually come. But also, we're struggling to do it because we're both quite busy.
We are.
Very busy.
But I'll tell you something.
You wouldn't know that I'm particularly busy because I don't moan about it all the time. However, Sam believes he works harder.
I fucking definitely do.
Sam sits on his arse for 3 hours a night.
Jesus. Here we go.
5 hours a night, sorry, because I forgot about his podcast. And if there's anything like this one, India does most of the work anyway. But you're having a rough time. You're just very tired. You've just got a lot on, haven't you?
No, I absolutely love what I do. The only thing I said was, I was like, Pete, there is no way you can start sitting here being like, oh, fucking the day I've had. Because the day I've had, we're on the same page.
We're not on the same page.
We
I
are.
work harder than you.
I don't see how that's true.
Well, for example, I'll give you a clue. So today we've done 3 podcasts. Yeah, we've done 3 records.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in between...
Look at us both getting our diaries out.
In between, I went out for a little production meeting and discussed what we're going to talk about in this one, as I do on every one. You could have came out, but instead, because you were working so hard, this was Sam.
Right, sorry, really quick one. Pete went for a fag. I went for a production meeting. You literally went outside and went, I'm going for a gaff. Anyone want to come?
Yes, and we went with the laptop and we discussed everything that's going on. This was you. We also have separate conversations about the podcast without you.
Sweet, I have the same thing with Charlotte as well.
Charlotte?
True.
Charlotte is doing
True.
that, which means that's not true. So in terms of who works harder, it's definitely...
No, you're then going home.
I'm not. I've got to go somewhere after.
Where are you
this.
going?
I've got to go to 2 meetings after this. Hence why I bought my little briefcase. You know that because I always bring my little briefcase.
Did bring a briefcase, to be fair. I'm not complaining because I love what I do. But when
It's funny you say you're not complaining.
When Pete Wicks turns around and goes, "Oh my God, I've had a day of days,"
Yeah.
I just refuse to hear it.
What you did have a kip just a minute ago.
I have a kip. I had a 15-minute relax while you went for a fag in between
And for
3
anyone
podcast
listening,
recordings.
and it would surprise you all to know that we work this hard at being this bad.
We really try. That's the beauty of it.
I think that's the saddest part of it is that we do spend an awful long time being this shit. I've actually got beads of sweat dripping down my sideburn. I can feel it.
I'm going to get home, collapse on the sofa and go, sorry, it's just so tough. And then she's going to be like, what have you done? And I'm going to be like, an average podcast.
And that's flattering us.
Yeah, an average podcast. But please keep commenting and reviewing because we do need it.
Yeah, I mean, basically what we do when we do the podcast, we just spend 3 hours begging you to do something, you know, to comment on something or rate on something or fucking review something.
But we will be doing a live show, and this is what we're going to be doing. Look, if Rob and the other geezer can talk about having kids and they can sell out, what did they sell out? It was the O2 or something? They sold out some fucking big thing.
Well, Louisa and Anna Williamson, friends of ours, they sold out the Palladium.
So if they can do that, right, we're going to sell ours out. We're going fucking Wembley, and I think it'd be a really good litmus test to do Wembley Arena and see what happens.
Who uses Wembley Arena as a litmus test?
Rob Beckett.
Sam, the best litmus test we could do is your front room.
Rob
And
Beckett
I don't even think Karen would come.
Karen's mum, by the way.
I genuinely, my mum certainly wouldn't travel from Essex.
Oh, she fucking would. Tracy loves it.
Well, she can't at the minute. She's got one arm. Oh, by the way, that's another fucking little moment for staying relevant. This week, so I mentioned obviously that my mum's got a broken arm at the minute. Lovely headline this week. Pete Wick's dog breaks mum's arm.
Shut up.
Like I've got a pit bull. Absolutely
God, that's
mental.
brilliant. Let me have a look
literally.
at that.
It makes it look like my dog is an absolute fucking savage.
Pete Wicks.
It's probably a good time for an ad break. Sam's just flicking through his phone again. So join us after the ad that we don't have.
I've just seen as well, Spencer Matthews completes grueling jungle triathlon. And it's just like, oh, fucking hell, we're just sat here. Do you know what I mean? On a couple of sofas.
I'm climbing Mont Blanc in September.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did the Sahara last year.
Jesus Christ. Sidebar of shame.
Do you want to introduce Sidebar of Shame?
So it is now time for the sidebar of shame. The sidebar of shame. The octaves on that.
Yeah, well, god awful, and you don't need to do it because that'll be cut out because we've got the fucking thing, the theme tune.
Sidebar of shame.
It's the sidebar of shame.
Yeehaw.
Well, there's been a couple this week, but I think the most exciting one for me is that Gladiators is back.
Yippee. Yes, fucking, I can't wait. Yeah, you don't watch TV. You're not even going to watch Gladiator.
No, I'm not, but I'm really enjoying just mentioning this to you because there's a couple of things that are going to piss you off.
Oh, sweet.
We
We role reversed in this set.
Well, we've not role reversed. You just haven't done anything. So what was I talking about? You going to add anything to this Gladiators thing?
I haven't got anything to it.
So Gladiators is back and brand new hosts.
Oh, fuck me. Here we go. Come on, then. Give it to me and give it to me raw.
Well, let's just start with Gladiators. I grew up on Gladiators, right?
Yeah.
When I was a kid. I think most people did.
The Wolf.
But there's a number of different people. Ex-sprinters, you've got fucking all sorts of big muscle Marys, and they've actually been put on a sex ban so they can't all fuck each other.
Is that what they did?
What?
They used to shag each other.
Well, I don't know about back then. I was 6.
Shaggy? Raggy?
Shaggy Raggy?
Raggy?
You're more like Scrappy.
That's actually what I'm going to say to Zara. Whenever we want to have sexy time, we go, Raggy?
What, rather than, do you want Sexington Bears? So anyway, so it's back. And I did grow up on it in the 2 up, 2 down, because I used to run up and down the stairs like it was a travel later.
Shut up.
It was at 6 o'clock on a fucking Saturday night. It was fucking great. Gladiator ready. I used to have the old Scottish guy, used to be the head referee and all that sort of stuff.
A little Pete Wicks.
Do you know who the head referee is this time?
Who?
Mark Clattenburg.
Fuck off. No way. For anyone listening, he's an ex-Premier League football ref.
Yes, who will basically take money to do anything, I think.
That's hilarious.
So he's now going to be the head referee. But they've got loads of different gladiators. And obviously I'm friends with one of the old gladiators, Hunter.
Hunter.
James Crossley, good man, who's still in unbelievable shape. He's balder than Sam, though, so gone are the lovely blonde locks.
The only time I've ever heard of Hunter is when we met him in the elevator.
You weren't there.
Sorry, when Pete met him in the elevator, and we were doing the circle.
Yeah, we first stand up to cancer.
And it was like and I put it in air quotations because we were in it, celebrity circle.
Yeah.
And basically, Pete was in the elevator, and I don't know why I'm telling a story for you. You go on then.
Go on.
He bumps into Hunter, and they're in the elevator, and James goes, "Oh my God, why are you here?" Pete goes, "Wait, why are you here?" And it's like, we're in the same holding hotel, like it's got to be the same show. And Hunter goes, "Are you doing the circle?" And Pete's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking doing the circle." "Oh my God, here we go, we're in it together." And and he was like, they're having a bit more of a chat, and he goes, "Fucking hell, yeah, it's a bit long to go in for a month, isn't it?" And Pete was like, "What?" He was like, we're doing ours, we're going in for
a week.
7 days.
And he went, "Well, when are you going in?" I said, "Tomorrow." He went, "I don't start till next week." And I thought, well, I'll be done by then. I'll be fucking gone. Well, what he's doing. As it turns out, he was just doing the normal one.
Civilian.
Which was really awkward, so awkward. Because we were thinking about being allies and all that sort of stuff. And as it turns out, it was a completely different show. And trying to explain that to him was it was a painful conversation. Because I think the realisation had hit that he hadn't been on TV for 20 years. And I do feel like that was a look into my future. So... So in 20 years' time, when you find me on just normal Big Brother or something like that, and people go, well, so what do you do? And I go, well, I just live off what I used to do 20 years ago. What happened? Someone found a vault. I think that's basically what will happen. But anyway, so they've got all new gladiators, all really young, but I read this morning they're on a sex ban because obviously there's lots of testosterone and they're all going to be fucking and doing, weightlifting each other and fucking squatting on each other's faces and whatever they do. So anyway, but more importantly, the presenters. Now, you all right?
Give me the meat, give it to me raw.
Do you want to, are you awake?
I want to know.
All right, so the presenters. Great duo, very well-known duo, who have got great chemistry. 2 guys. Yes,
Ramesh.
I am about to tell you the new presenters of Gladiators are Bradley Walsh and his son.
Fuck off! Fuck off! His son!
Yes, Bradley Walsh, who has obviously, made a big career out of being a TV presenter for years and done all sorts of things. I actually think he released an album at one point and sang a song or did something like that. But anyway, and his son.
What channel's it on?
3?
ITV?
I think it's ITV, is it? Just check that.
Bradley Walsh and
God,
his
that makes
son.
me sound old. What channel was it on? 3.
Right,
God.
yeah, you're going on the teletext there.
Fucking hell. Yeah, let me just look it up on CFAX.
Fucking Bradley Walsh and his son.
Yes, who's called Bradley? I don't know what his son's called. Bradley and Bradley? Bradders and Bradders?
I cannot
Barney.
even start.
Barney's son's name. Bradders and Barney.
Fuck me, we're getting overtaken by Bradley Walsh's son. He's not even, he's genuinely just being like, I'll do it. He's been like, I'll do it.
What channel was it, Gladiators?
Fuck off! Prime
Been
time!
told. So Gladiators is actually not returning. So it's going to be on BBC One. So Bradley Walsh and his son, Barney, are the new presenters. But do you think it's because we didn't do well in our audition for it?
Did we do an audition?
No, we didn't. We didn't even get a fucking audition.
I was like, I don't remember that.
No, so yeah, so there, and I just thought we should use that as a sidebar shame because I feel like it's not shameful for them, it's just shameful for us.
You work and you work and you work, Pete. You climb the ladders. You're doing whatever you can do. You start a shit podcast called Staying Fucking Relevant and you can't even get an interview for the BBC, but Bradley Walsh's sperm is fucking in there. Are you having me on? 10 years we've been doing this, Peter. Why are you not more annoyed? Why are you not more annoyed?
Because it's their own man.
Didn't he do a travel log with his dad? Oh,
Yeah.
but that means he can read a teleprompter, can't he? Absolutely livid. Jesus Christ.
So I'd just like to take a moment to say good luck, Bradley. Good luck, Barney.
We're so happy for you.
I hope you do. I hope you do really well. I mean, would you like to have presented that?
Yeah, 100 fucking... I'll take anything at this point, mate. Honestly, I'll take everything.
They are doing a Gladiators after show, so there may be an opening for a pillow.
Fucking hell, the after show. I can't wait. Imagine if we ever did do the after... They'd be like, Brian, what's his name? Bradley, no, what's his name?
Brian, Bradley,
Brian.
Barney, whatever.
Barney be like, over to you guys in the studio. Be like, fuck you, Barney. Anyway, here we go. He's the new nemesis. Barney's the new fucking nemesis. Here
Roman
we
Kent's
go.
been taken over by Barney Walsh.
Barney, well, do you know what? I always knew I'd aim too high with Roman Kent being a nemesis. Always knew it. He's Jordan North's fucking nemesis. That's where they're at. Barney fucking Walsh.
Brian Barney.
Barney Walsh is our nemesis. And he's not even in the game.
Yeah, I've not seen them on anything. Bradley Walsh, though, is obviously like, you know, a well-rounded fucking presenter. But yeah, that is a bit of a surprise to me that his son is just
Oh, Pete, say what you really fucking think. We're livid.
We're not. See,
We're livid.
No, this is actually genuinely the difference, and this is why whenever you start this podcast with our quest for fame, it's not my quest for fame. I was never up for that job, so I haven't missed out on anything.
I was never up for it either.
But Sam has a real hatred and bitterness towards anyone who gets a job, bar us. And I think it's about time that you realise, and I've been saying it for a while, that we are not that good.
We're superstars, and I will keep fighting the good fight. I will keep going, and I am literally going to be like, we will get there. I don't care how old we are.
So,
we might be 80 years old. We will get that big presenting gig.
I mean, you're being very hopeful on me reaching 80. But no, listen, so is this another lost the battle, but you haven't won the war yet?
Pete, I will keep going. I will take bullets like this, and eventually we'll just keep moving forward. It ain't how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep moving forward.
Yeah, there we go. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit
and keep moving forward. And that's how winning is done.
Yeah, that's great. Quite one of my favourite films, Rocky. Love a bit.
So we will keep trudging on.
This is another thing, actually, and slightly disappointing me. I love Sylvester Stallone. Because some of my fucking favourite Rambo, Rocky, some of my favourite films of fucking all time I can just watch over and over again. I used to know he's fighting weights in every Rocky film, which is embarrassing. However, he's disappointed me now because he's just done a new reality show called Meet the Stallones with his wife and three daughters, and it's all about basically their life. It's basically the new Kardashians, called Meet the Stallones, and I watched 3.5 minutes of it and found myself wanting to die.
Well, don't worry, because if you go on Disney Plus soon, you'll see Meet the Furies, which is
no,
yeah, there's Meet the Furies coming.
What, with Tyson?
Tyson, Molly May, and Tommy, I think. From what I've been told, don't actually know if that's even true. Is it true? Yeah, Meet the Furies.
Meet the Furies. When's Meet the Thompsons coming?
Well, you'd be in it because we haven't got enough of a squad.
Yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be that great if you just use R on the cats.
Yeah,
that'd be.
Pete, touch me, touch my hand. Hold my hand quickly.
Why?
Just do it.
Well, wipe it first, because you're normally quite
fine.
clammy.
Touch me. We are going to make it.
Oh, God, this is so embarrassing.
Look into the camera. We are going to fucking make it. Say it. We are going to make it.
You're really clammy.
Just fucking say it.
Yeah, you're going to make it, man.
We're going to make it.
Yeah.
We're getting older, but we're going to make it.
Yeah. I will be dead before this happens, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But I really hope you make it. So
I'll come to your grave with like at 70, and I'll be like, Pete, we've done it.
Pete, they've put me on the breakfast show.
Pete, I've done it. I've been given a bigger role in Aftersun.
Yeah, Zara will be wheeling you in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I thought that'd cheer you up. So that's my sidebar of shame this week. It's not shameful for them because, listen, Bradley Walsh has got another job and his son has blagged it. I don't know if it's sort of bring your son to work day or whatever.
But we're not bitter.
And
that's the main thing.
I mean, I'm not.
We're not. Well, you sound a bit bitter there. We're not bitter. We're not. We're happy for everyone involved. Other than us.
Move your head a bit more and pretend.
No, fucking really. God, smash it, Brian.
So that is that's another week fucking done. Should we say goodbye and fuck
That's
off?
Staying Relevant with me, Sam Thompson, and
they know who we are.
Essex man, Peter James Wicks.
Essex man.
Essex man, Peter James Wicks. Find us on Instagram at Sam Thompson. No, fucking hell.
Okay, fine.
I'm exhausted.
Sorry, I think Barney's really sent him off there, or Brian, or whatever you want to call him. Follow us on Instagram at Staying Relevant Podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Staying Relevant Podcast. Search us on YouTube at Staying Relevant Podcast. Every Monday we come out with the audio. Every Friday we come out on video. It's on video. God, I'm old.
Yeah, on VCR.
Yeah, fucking hell. I said earlier on Channel 3. I meant ITV. Fuck me, I'm old. Anyway, every Friday's all the extra bits on YouTube. Rate, review, like, subscribe, do all that fucking shite. Ta-da, see you later. Sammy needs Betty buys.
We love you so much. We really do. Thank you.
Not you, Brian.
Not you, Brian.
Ready? You sure? Do you need another minute? Are you okay? All right, Paul, do you want to close me with windows or go make yourself a cup of tea or something? Instagram? It's like thunder, lightning.